So today I will share some videos, some informative documents from NRC Grapes. So we'll start from training of grapes. So here you can see the purpose of training, the document regarding purpose of training. So here we will go training of wine, training training of wine of any training system on any training system should fulfill the following requirements. Means requirement for that means requirement for this training. Training should facilitate proper light and air penetration with optimum photosynthetic activity in the canopy. So everyone can listen me. माझा आवाज येतोय का सगळ्यांना? पार्टिसिपंट्स माझा आवाज येतोय का? घरडे माझा आवाज येतोय?
येतोय.
ओके, स्क्रीन दिसते का? फराटे स्क्रीन दिसते का? स्क्रीन दिसते का माझी? फराटे, महाजन, उगले, पडाळे.
हो सर.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So it is important point is penetration of light and air. So this point we should remember. Second, it should provide separate fruit zone from canopy. It should encourage higher bud differentiation and workers' productivity and ease for working. So point is you have to you should develop a framework which is suitable for proper photosynthetic activity, which should give you separate fruit zone. It should encourage higher fruit buds differentiation, and it should helpful for workers to carry out the interculturing operations effectively. Since the high yield depends on the canopy management through training system. An ideal training system should fulfill the following requirements. It should give rise to adequate number of fruiting canes. So normally for 1 square foot, we need 1 cane. It should support heavy crop load of good quality per unit area of land. That means second point is supporting. Third point is it should also give good ventilation and light into vine canopy. It should avoid microclimate conditions congenial for growth and spread of diseases and insect pest. Next point is it should be convenient for mechanization of cultural operations. Means when you want to go for spraying, when you want to go for application of manures and fertilization through various implements, then it should be helpful for interculturing operations. It should convenient to carry out manual operations convenient to carry out manual operations effectively and compatible with the equipment. It should be simple, less expensive. This is again one point, less expensive, and it should be economically viable. So we'll review again. Proper light and air penetration, proper fruit zone, proper fruit bud differentiation, adequate numbers of fruiting canes, support to the crop, good ventilation and light. It should avoid microclimate congenial for growth and spread of diseases and insect pest. It should be convenient for mechanization of cultural operations, convenient to carry out manual operations effectively and compatible with equipment. It should be simple and less expensive, and it should be economically viable. So there are number of methods. So here, there are most commonly methods which are either this Y extended Y system. Okay, so here the details are given. तुम्हाला सगळ्यांना स्क्रीन दिसते का? याच्यामध्ये महत्वाचे काही काही डॉक्युमेंट आहेत, त्याच्यामुळे हो किंवा नाही पटकन सांगत जा. यश सोनवणे, स्क्रीन दिसते का?
हो सर, दिसते.
फिगर दिसते का एक्झॅक्टली एक्सटेंडेड वाय सिस्टम? Okay.
दिसते सर.
Okay. So I will explain this. So how this Y system the structure for Y system is made. The distance between two rows is 10 feet. Okay, it's 10 feet. Here it is written 10 feet. Okay. You have to use this much angle, which should be 6.6 feet. This 5 plus this 1.6. Okay. So 6 feet and 6 inches. Okay. So this major pole, which should be length of 6 feet and 6 inches. Okay. Second part is this arms. These arms should be 4 feet each. This arm should be 4 feet each. So here you can see the length of the arms. Okay. Again, next point is important point is the distance between two edges of arm should be 7 feet. 7 feet. And accordingly, you have to just make the length of this त्याला काय म्हणतात strip or याला मराठीत पट्टी म्हणतात. These are the angles and this one is strip. Okay. याच्यामध्ये second thing is the height of this extended Y system is 6 feet and 4 inches. The total height of this structure will be 6 feet and 4 inches from ground. And then movement tractor area. Okay, area for tractor movement. Height will be 5 feet and distance will be 6 feet. Okay, height will be 5 feet and distance will be 6 feet for tractor movement. Second thing, we have to use wires. We have to use wires. So these are the positions of wires. Okay. First wire, second GI wire, and third and fourth. Okay. So here at this, the distance between these three is 10, 10, 10. Okay, 10 inches, 10 inches, 10 inches. Okay, and the GI wire, which is used as three locations, first, second, and third, should be of 12 gauge, and arm wire should be of 10 gauge. Support wire at this particular location, it should be 12 gauge, and drip wire should be 12 gauge. So here, the thing is, everything is given in detail. The distance between two ends of Y extended Y is 3 say, feet between two uh, two rows. Okay. So all these things you have to remember. Again, you have to just you have to have one drip line wire. Uh, you have to extend one 12 gauge GI wire so that your drip line, it may be mm, uh, याच्यात दोन प्रकारच्या ड्रिप, देर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ ड्रिप लाईन्स. त्याचे दोन प्रकार असे की एक वरून येतात आणि एक इनबिल्ट ड्रिपर येतात. त्याला आता मला एक्झॅक्ट वर्ड आठवना. There are two types of drip lines, so that lines you can suspend with the help of this drip line wire, that is 12 gauge in thickness. आता याच्यामध्ये one thing you should remember, as the number of gauge decreases, the thickness of wire increases. म्हणजे 10 गॉजची जी वायर असेल ती 12 गॉजच्या वायरपेक्षा जाड असेल, एवढं तुम्ही लक्षात ठेवा फक्त. ओके, याला म्हणतात 8 नंबर तार, 10 नंबर तार, 12 नंबर तार. तर 10 नंबर, 12 नंबर तार ही 10 नंबर पेक्षा थोडी तिचा हे जाडी कमी असेल. सो दॅट इज द थिंग. द अँगल बिटवीन दिस टू is 120 degrees Celsius, 120 degrees. Okay, so this point you should remember, and accordingly you have to calculate, or you have to measure the length of this supporting strip. So this is extended Y system, okay, or flat roof gable system. Some farmers used to have strips over here. Some of the farmers keep it as it is without any joint. म्हणजे काही शेतकरी इथं पण पट्टी टाकतात 3 फुटाची आणि मग त्याच्यावर तार ओढू शकतात, पण नॉर्मली असं केलं जात नाही. त्याला फ्लॅट रूफ गेबल सिस्टीम म्हणतात. ओके, सो दिस इज वन सिस्टीम विच आय हॅव एक्सप्लेन इन डिटेल. याच्यामध्ये हा एक पहिला पोर्शन. तुमच्याकडे 4 पट्ट्या असल्या पाहिजे अँगलच्या. पहिली जी पट्टी असेल ती 6.5 फुटाची, 6.5 फुटाची, 5 feet above the ground and 1 feet and 6 inches below the ground. Okay, this is major portion. दुसरे जी आहे सेकंड इज ही 4 feet अँगल, 4 feet अँगल. तर हे ह्या 2 पट्ट्या असतील, अँड मधली जी असेल ती डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द अँगल 120 डिग्रीच्या अँगलला ही पट्टी लागेल. म्हणजे ही 1, ही 2, ही 3 आणि ही 4 नंबर. अशा 4 प्रत्येक पोलाच्या इथं प्रत्येक ठिकाणी 4 तुम्हाला हे असतील. अँड यू कॅन रिपीट दिस वाय स्ट्रक्चर आफ्टर 6 or 8 plants depending upon your spacing. Okay, second system is that I want to show is, this is cordon, single wire system, support and drip line and cordon, single wire system. Next system is short arm tree trellis. This is the T portion, T. And you will find wires over here. First wire, second wire, third wire and fourth wire. and on these wires the plant will be supported. This is vine trained on T system. Okay. Next is Nifund system. This is generally not used in India. Single wire system. It is very ancient method which is not followed. And this is flat roof gable that we have seen. Okay, 5 feet, 4 feet, and there will be attachment. Okay, so flat roof. Some farmers do not have attachment at this portion. Okay, it is extended Y or flat roof gable system. तुम्हाला दिसतंय ना मी काय सोनवणे मी जे काय सांगतोय ते दिसतंय ना आणि दाखवतोय ते दिसतंय ना.
हो सर दिसतंय.
ओके, वाय सिस्टीम आपण बघितली, एक्सटेंडेड वाय निफन सिस्टीम अँड टी सिस्टीम बघितली. ओके, आता मी तुम्हाला दुसरी गोष्ट दाखवणार आहे. So this is a training system and normally followed distance is 10 by 5 feet or 9 by 6 feet. Okay. So here
सर
हा
स्क्रीन नाही दिसत आहे तुमची.
आता दाखवतो ना. दिसली का स्क्रीन? दिसली का?
हो सर दिसली.
Okay. Now we are going to see the videos regarding training and pruning. So first of all, I will show you videos of a video of training in grapevines. Okay. सगळ्यांना स्क्रीन दिसते? सोनवणे स्क्रीन दिसते?
हो सर दिसते.
हो. सो आय विल स्टार्ट व्हिडिओ. आणि आवाज पण येतो का ते पण सांगा. आवाज येतोय?
हो सर.
Training structure is necessary for restricting the growth, pruning, and other cultural operations. Pendal structure is in practice in tropical regions since the vine growth is extensive, fast, and continuous. But this system is costlier than all other structures. Remove side sprouts on the vine climbing upward and retain only one stout shoot. Pinch the tip of the vine 1 foot below the pendal. Train 2 sprouts in opposite directions on the pendal. These branches develop into primary arms. Side sprouts are allowed to grow at 1.5 to 2 feet interval on these primaries. The shoots development on these secondary shoots bear crop and are called tertiary shoots. Primary and secondary shoots are retained for many years. Even though this pendal system is costly, it is better for the varieties like Anabi Shahi, Dilkush, and Bangalore Blue. Pendal system of training was followed for all varieties earlier, but the grower has to struggle hard to restrict the growth of the vine. Quality of the crop comes down with slight variation in nutrition. Workers have to depend on chairs to reach the pendal better for different operations. Total labor requirement is more in pendal system of cropping. Leaves overlap on each other, increasing in number of yellow leaves. This affects the quality and yield. Development of color in colored grapes is slow and uneven. Because of all these reasons, grape growers are adapting wide trip.
I think there is problem. I will try it again.
The flowering buds develop in the mid.
So we have another video from this South Indian Sramajeevi Agri Films, which is based up for pruning of grapevines. Okay. सगळ्यांना व्हिडिओ दिसतोय का सगळ्यांना
हो सर.
ते काय पहिला व्हिडिओ जरा स्टॉप झाला हा दुसरा पाहून
The flowering buds develop in the mid portion of the canes. The fertile buds will not open properly if the growth of the shoot is continuous. It will result in poor crop. To enable proper flowering, pruning is quite essential. Vegetative growth of the grapevine is limited in North India due to severe winter. Hence, pruning once in January is sufficient. But in South India, growth of the vine is continuous and vigorous. Hence, it needs pruning once in winter and again in summer. Summer or April pruning is called as back pruning, while winter or October pruning is called as forward pruning. The grapevine enters rest period after April pruning and develops fertile buds. Tender growth after pruning should not receive rain, and the winter should not commence before 10 days after pruning. Fix up the date of pruning so as to avoid these situations. Summer pruning is done in March, April in Maharashtra, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka, and in June in Tamil Nadu. Only 1 or 2 buds of tertiary shoots are retained on secondary shoot in back pruning. These buds give out healthy and stout shoots. Winter pruning is done in the last week of September or before October end. December month is the right time in Tamil Nadu. Shoots grown for 6 months after summer pruning are pruned to the required length. Number of buds on the shoot to be retained depends on the variety and the thickness of.
So the point is, when there are two types of pruning, आवाज येतोय माझा?
हो सर येतोय.
There are two types of pruning: back pruning and forward pruning. So back pruning is also known as April pruning. That indicates the pruning which is done in April just by keeping 1 or 2 buds on the secondary arms of the grapevine, and the 1 or 2 buds are of tertiary canes. Okay, so here 1 or 2 buds are kept, and in October pruning, that is called as fruit pruning or forward pruning. In that pruning, you have to keep near about 7 to 8 buds, and you have to paste with hydrogen cyanamide on the first 2-3 buds only. So that we will see in this video.
Of the cane.
So this is October pruning.
Most of the growers get 2 crops in a year in Bangalore in Karnataka and Panchadrakshi and Anab Shahi in Tamil Nadu. In this case, forward pruning is done again in summer. Instead of back pruning. In another practice,
So here, point is that uh, training we have seen, that is Y, extended Y, T system and Niffon system and Pendal system. Here, there are some photographs of properly trained rootstocks. Okay, we have to give support to that rootstock as well as grafted plant. And here you can see the totally properly trained rootstock as well as graft. Here, improperly trained. Here you can see that it is without support, it is not in proper position. Therefore, there is deadwood form due to faulty training. So these are there is development of primary arms. So point is pruning, training we have seen in detail, that is Pendal, extended Y, Niffon and T system. Now we have to go for pruning. Pruning refers to judicious removal of any plant part in order to establish desired vine shape, then increase productivity, then to facilitate various cultural operations and to distribute the proper amount of bearing wood on the vine to get consistent productivity. So these are the objectives of pruning. In pruning, in grape, pruning is done once in North India in the month of January. But in South India, we have to go for pruning we have to go for twice pruning. Once in April, that is in summer, and second one is in October. Okay. So summer pruning is done in April in the states of Andhra Pradesh, Maharashtra and Karnataka. In this pruning, the canes are cut back to 1 or 2 bud level. This is important point. 1 or 2 bud level for building up fresh vegetative growth. Hence, it is called as back pruning or growth pruning. Whereas in winter pruning, it is done in 3rd week of October or on 15th of October. 6 months old canes are pruned, entire foliage and immature shoots are removed. A level of pruning differs with varieties, but 5 to 10 buds. Thompson seedless, it is 8 to 10 buds. Okay. This pruning is also called as forward pruning. So there are two types. Summer pruning or April pruning is known as back pruning. Winter pruning or October pruning or forward pruning. Okay. Some of the varieties like Perlade, Beauty Seedless, Bangalore Blue, Bhokri produce fruits on shoots arising from the basal beds on the cane. In such varieties, the canes are headed back to 4 to 5 buds. Such varieties are called as spur prune varieties. On the other hand, Pusath seedless and Thompson seedless varieties in which the fruits are produced on the shoots arising from terminal buds, the canes are headed back to 8 to 10 buds. Such varieties are called as crane prune varieties. आता मुद्दा असा आहे की 8 ते 12 बर्ड्सलाच का प्रून करायचं? 8 ते 12 बर्ड्सलाच का प्रून करायचं? Why we should go for pruning at 8 to 12 birds in Thompson seedless? The reason is the location of fruit bud differentiation in Thompson seedless and Pusa seedless is in this region, 8 to 12 birds. ज्या ठिकाणी फलधारणा झालेली असते त्याच्या पुढेच आपल्याला छाटणी करावी लागते, म्हणून आपण 8 ते 12 बर्ड्सला प्रुनिंग करतो. आता याच्यामध्ये त्यांनी दाखवलंय बघा, ऑक्टोबर प्रुनिंग आणि समर प्रुनिंग. तर ही विंटर प्रुनिंग मध्ये ह्या ज्या केन्स असतात त्या इथं कट केल्या जातात 8 वेळेला आणि त्याच्यानंतर तिथून पुढे झाडाची वाढ होते. व्हेरॅज इन समर प्रुनिंग ही जी सेकंडरी आहे, दिस इज प्रायमरी. ओके, दिस इज सेकंडरी. ओके, दिस इज सेकंडरी. So in case of April pruning, you have to keep only 1 or 2 birds on this secondary arm, whereas in October pruning you have to this is primary, this is secondary, this is cane, and you have to prune at this level, that is 8 to 12 birds. Yes, सोनवणे, मी काय दाखवतोय ते दिसतंय ना?
हो सर, दिसतंय.
So I am just showing the difference between April pruning and winter pruning. April pruning is foundation pruning or back pruning. Here primary, secondary, and only 1 to 2 birds should be kept. Here primary, secondary, and on that secondary you will have cane, and you have to prune that cane at 8 to 12 bird stage. तर हा फरक आहे, प्रायमरी आर्म, सेकंडरी आर्म, आणि त्याच्यावर सेकंडरी आर्मवर फक्त 2 बर्ड ठेवायचे आणि बाकीचं कट करून टाकायचं. पण ऑक्टोबर मध्ये प्रायमरी आर्म तशीच राहील, सेकंडरी आर्म तसंच राहील, आणि केनचा जो 8 ते 10 बर्ड्स ठेवायचे आणि मग 8 ते 12व्या बर्ड मध्ये जिथं फलधारणा झालेली असेल त्याच्या पुढे छाटणी करायचं. सो दिस इज रिगार्डिंग टोटल विंटर अँड समर प्रुनिंग. Actually, we have discussed today. Our topic is limited only to training and pruning. So here we have completed first training. Systems of training are Pendol system, extended Y system, Niffen system, and telephone or T system. Generally, extended Y or Pendol system is followed. The problem of Pendol system is you can't get uniform ripening of fruits or bunches. Second point is in Pendol system there is not ease for working to laborers. मजुरांना काम करताना ते उंच असल्यामुळे तिथं अडचण होते किंवा जास्त कष्ट घ्यावे लागतात. But in the case of Y system, it is very flexible system. Each and every part of plant gets enough sunlight. Therefore, you will observe uniform ripening. Second thing, there is ease in working in Y system. तर ह्या 2 महत्वाच्या सिस्टीम झाल्या. आता समर प्रुनिंग, त्याच्यानंतर प्रुनिंगचा विषय येतो बॅक प्रुनिंग आणि फॉरवर्ड प्रुनिंग. बॅक प्रुनिंग इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड ॲज एप्रिल प्रुनिंग और फाउंडेशन प्रुनिंग. एप्रिल छाटणीला फाउंडेशन प्रुनिंग किंवा बॅक प्रुनिंग असं म्हटलं जातं. अँड इन विंटर प्रुनिंग यू कॅन से इट ॲज ऑक्टोबर प्रुनिंग, त्याला फॉरवर्ड प्रुनिंग असंही म्हटलं जातं. आपण याच्यामधला फरक पाहिला. एप्रिल प्रुनिंगला सेकंडरी आर्म जो असतो त्याच्यावर फक्त 2 बर्ड ठेवायचा आणि बाकीचे सगळे केन काढून टाकायची. व्हेरॅज इन फॉरवर्ड प्रुनिंग किंवा ऑक्टोबर छाटणीला 8 ते 12 बर्ड ठेवून मग त्याची छाटणी केली जाते. सो दिस इज रिगार्डिंग एप्रिल अँड ऑक्टोबर प्रुनिंग ॲज वेल ॲज ट्रेनिंग सिस्टीम. सगळ्यांना समजलं का? माळोदे, समजलं का?
यस सर.
ओके. तर सगळ्यांना आता आपण हे जे व्हिडिओज आहेत ते पण दाखवले आणि बाकीच्या रेफरन्स मटेरियल पण दाखवलं. आज संख्या का कमी? 17च मुलं आहे.